Assalamu alaikum, respected members of PTI, honorable guests, and dear friends. Today, I want to start with something I say every single morning at school, almost like a ritual. I stand up, put my hand on my heart, and recite the American pledge, ending with liberty and justice for all. But let's be honest, it feels like that line has a fine print next to it. Liberty and justice for all, until the rights of another human being are not protected the way yours are. Liberty and justice for all, until another human being is denied the justice you would expect for yourself. If that's the fine print, then it's not liberty, and it's not justice. I'm standing here today because of the ongoing attacks on innocent civilians in Pakistan, people who are simply standing up for justice. They have been met with ruthless cruelty. We've all seen what has happened to PTI supporters, and more recently, what took place in Moritke. The message is clear. Anyone who refuses to submit to the self-appointed powers is targeted by state-backed troops. Now, under the guise of the 27th Amendment, they are seeking immunity. It is a tragedy that should never have happened and a reminder of something we often forget. In Islam, there is no immunity for harming innocent people. No free pass, no excuses. Islam teaches accountability, compassion, and mercy. Never violence, never cruelty, and especially not killing. The tragic killings that took place a year ago on November 26th will never be forgotten. The entire nation of Pakistan still wants to know, Goli kyun chalai? Everyone loves to talk about justice. I'm no exception to this. However, at this point, justice has become nominal. It exists in name only, not in reality. It is supposed to be the foundation of good governance. A government that fails to uphold justice for its people stops being a government and becomes merely a system of corruption and power. When leaders, courts, and institutions protect the dignity, rights, and safety of all citizens, society thrives. But when justice is selective, conditional, and political, it creates anger, division, and a nation where people begin to lose trust in the very system that was meant to protect them. Even Imran Khan once said, "A nation cannot be great without justice." Not half justice, not selective justice, justice for everyone. And that standard still hasn't been met. Now, justice doesn't only live in speeches. It lives in movements and the people who refuse to sit down when things go wrong. Just look at the PTI movement. Millions of ordinary people who stood in the streets, not because it was safe or easy, but because they believed Pakistan deserved better. PTI isn't just a political party anymore. It has become a symbol of demanding fairness, accountability, and dignity. Their struggle shows that when people truly stand up, those in power have no choice but to listen. Imran Khan began his political journey alone and struggled for years before the PTI rose with public support. In elections such as the ones in 2013, 2018, and 2024, manipulation repeatedly blocked the PTI despite widespread support. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not democracy. This is not politics. This is robbery. Pakistan's future can't survive on fear. It depends on justice, on fair elections, on courage, and on the power of the people, not the power of the establishment. I'm here today as a 14-year-old girl, not a politician. As the daughter of Pakistani immigrants, I have grown up watching the love carried across oceans, a love that deserves to see Pakistan live up to its promise. We deserve a world where human life actually matters. A world where beliefs don't make you a target. A world where liberty and justice for all isn't just something we mumble in class, it's something we live. The precious lives lost in those attacks deserve that world. We deserve that world. And we can't stop demanding it until it exists. So today, let's raise our voices. Not in hate, but in courage. Not in division, but in truth. Because justice begins when ordinary people decide that injustice is no longer acceptable. If the pledge we say every day isn't true yet, then it's on us to make it true. We can't bring back the lives lost in Pakistan, but we can refuse silence. We can refuse excuses. We can demand a world where liberty and justice for all is not a slogan, it is a reality. And if the world won't change on its own, then we will force it, we will push it, and we will shake it. Because justice doesn't happen when we whisper, it happens when we speak up. For the people who think fighting is pointless and fruitless, just know that human perseverance against those who oppose justice has built every single human right that we have today. Individuals have fought, screamed, and refused to calm down until change happened. If nobody was loud about injustice, we would still all be living under cruelty like it is normal. Never let cowards say you are being too loud, too stubborn, or too ambitious. Never let cowards shame you for trying to fight the system. Those who are afraid of failing aren't aware that not trying is the greatest failure of them all. It'll never be as easy as you hope, but you'll find it is rarely as hard as you fear. Allah would not place a dream this big in our hearts if it were not achievable. Questioning people in power is not wrong, it is how change is made. Just because I am young does not mean I cannot see the injustice in front of me. And if I can see it, then so can everyone else. Pakistan is not suffering from a lack of talent, faith, or potential. It is suffering because too many people in positions of leadership treat power like a personal inheritance instead of a public responsibility. We have Form 47 government who makes speeches about serving the people, but the only thing they serve is a corrupt establishment. They do not represent the people. Instead of protecting the law, they bend it, twist it, and sell it to the highest bidder. They want loyalty, not accountability. Silence, not justice. They put the word politician to shame. They put shame on themselves, their families, and everyone who supports them. They have failed countless innocent people in Pakistan, and they have failed us. However, in failure comes opportunity. Opportunity to change, to grow and reshape Pakistan, starting with cutting out the corruption and freeing our rightful Prime Minister. Pakistan deserves that future. We deserve that future, and we will not stop until we achieve it. Because when a nation finally wakes up, nothing in the world can put it back to sleep. Imran Khan Zindabad, Pakistan Findabad. Thank you.
Good job, Arfa.
Good job. Awesome job. Wonderful. Good job.